Welcome back, and we are beginning our Morning Express Sports Chat program on a somber note because the sports journalist fraternity has lost one of their best journalists, that is Chris Suma. He used to work with the Nation newspaper, and for many years he honed his skills. He also trained young journalists to become who they are today. But then on Saturday, the cruel hand of death visited his family and took Chris Suma away from us. Gentlemen, I don't know, Shadrach, did you know of Chris Suma?
Yeah, not really personally, but it's someone that I respected a lot, being a teacher, and he had a respected career. I mean, I only saw of him, and basically I admired to be like him. I'm surprised because the guy used to be fit, used to be healthy, used to work out, used to be, I think just like you've said, the cruel hand of death has visited his family. It's time that we had to control with them.
I don't know, Ronald Ngala, did you read his articles?
Yeah, I read his articles. Yeah, I read his articles. There are some of the articles which you could read because he had a passion for sports and a big loss to football fraternity. Yes.
Big loss indeed, and condolences to his family and friends. And this morning we were talking with some of the senior journalists, and they said really they didn't see this coming because Chris Suma was healthy throughout. He always kept fit, went to the gym, made sure that he was in top shape. But now the cruel hand of death has taken him away from us at the age of 50 years. But then from that picture, you couldn't really tell that he was 50 years because he always kept himself, in top shape. But then let's move on to matters football again, where Gor Mahia, formed in 1968, stands as the most decorated football team in Kenya. Their moment of pride in Africa came in 1987 when they beat Esperance of Tunisia to win the Africa Cup Winners' Cup. They have won the Kenyan Premier League 15 times and the regional club title 3 times. Having fallen on hard times midway through the 1990s, Gor Mahia got their mojo back in 2013, 18 years since winning the Kenyan Premier League. Their KPL titles, 3 KPL titles on the bounce, and Gor Mahia appeared to be ready for takeoff until vociferous members started clamoring for elections. However, it appears it is not all smooth sailing in the house of Kogalo. In studio, like I promised, I've brought to you Ronald Ngala, the Deputy Secretary General of Gor Mahia, and also sports analyst Shadrach Odinga Andenga. Guys, once again, welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
This is the first time you're coming to my morning show.
Yeah, for the first time.
Long time,
yeah.
Yet you've been in Gor Mahia for all these years, then yet we've not had a chat in this studio.
I'm here today. Yes.
Karibu sana. Yeah. Same to you, Shadrach. Karibu sana. We talk about Gor Mahia. We've said that it's the most decorated club in Kenya, as well as East and Central Africa, because I don't remember any team also from this side
around
of Africa,
countries.
Yeah, winning the Africa Cup, Winners' Cup.
It's true. I mean, Gor Mahia, you can go anywhere, not just in Africa, not just around East and Central Africa, even in West Africa. If you mention Gor Mahia, they'll tell you they know what Gor Mahia is. At least if they don't know what it is, they've heard about it. So Gor Mahia is a big name, it's a big movement. So, I mean, it's just a shame to see what's going on currently. Yeah,
when you mention Gor Mahia, I've been to Algeria, I've been to Gabon, and guys, the first thing they ask you, Gor Mahia, how is that
even
club?
Egypt.
And then
Even
Egypt, yeah. I remember 2009, we were there with the Arambe Stars, and they were talking about Gor Mahia.
They know Gor Mahia.
As an official of Gor Mahia, you must be, taking pride in the fact that Gor Mahia is a well-known brand in Africa.
Yeah, Gor is known. Last year, December was in Ghana for a TMS conference.
Yes.
And at the cocktail dinner, people could say, I'm from this country, this club. And somebody says, then I say from Kenya, Gor Mahia. Oh, Gor, we know Gor.
Yes.
Oh, we know Gor. How is Gor Mahia doing? So it's a big club, and I'm happy to be associated with it. The storm which is brewing at the moment, I think it's something which will be controlled, and we will go back to what we have been doing for the past few years. Yeah, Gor Mahia had its peak in '87.
Yeah.
Then the graph started going down a bit up to 1996, I would say, because that was 97 was the last time Gor Mahia participated in a continental tournament.
Sure.
Then it went down completely to an extent that everybody thought Gor will never rise again. Then from 2008, you saw the rise, and it has been steady until, let's say, this year. That to me, we are still okay. But to anybody else, we could see that we are struggling. But I believe we are still okay. And all these matters which are rising will be sorted out.
The good thing is that whenever a club has really a good history, they'll always have to find a way, to dig themselves out of such a mess. I remember 1970s was also a glorious time for Gor Mahia. They produced such players like James Sianga, who apparently we lost him just a few weeks ago. We really sorry that we had to lose such a legend. But then how is Gor Mahia, tapping into their former players that really brought honor to this club?
Yeah, we've been in touch with them. Like you could see, we fully participated during Sianga's demise and even other players. When we were being crowned champions in 2015 unbeaten. You could see we brought so many legends.
Yeah, quite a number of them.
Some of them whom even the current fans would not even remember. Yeah, but they are there, and we cherish them. And that's our pride.
Who do you cherish in Gor Mahia and Denga?
My favorite coach, John Bobby Ugola.
Yes.
Bobby Ugola is an amazing. I didn't watch a lot of him play, but he's an amazing person. He's an amazing coach. When you be around him, he just gives you an array of confidence and he relates to you not more of a coach, but as a player. So to me, Bobby Ugola is one of the best.
Gor Mahia has really produced some of the best players in Kenya. I remember George Odembo Nyangi. The other day I talked to him. He's in the US, and I couldn't believe that Nyangi is still down to earth. Like he had been all through his years at Gor Mahia. We just hope that you guys are going to make use of these former players of Gor Mahia well. But then, to the elephant in the room about Gor Mahia elections.
Yes.
Exactly what is happening at Gor Mahia?
I think we had made some intention, and we made some announcement that we'll do the elections at the end of the season. Contrary to what people normally say, or what people normally think, that we've not done it for ages.
Yes.
I think that is not the correct position. We had our elections last year, January. 2014, January.
Stage-managed elections?
Not so much stage-managed, but we had a good election, I would say a good election. And the people who are in the office at the moment were, I would say, duly elected. So the elections were due January this year.
Yes.
Now, as you can remember, because I know you're in soccer circles, you can remember that in January we had a lot of hullabaloo about our coach and everything. Things were not right.
Yes.
So we had so many fires to put off. So we decided that, okay, let's put off the fire, which was late maybe by the coach or the coach issue.
Yeah.
And then we can do the election. Then later the league started. And you can remember that we were struggling.
You really did struggle.
We were struggling beginning of the season. So we decided that, okay, let's stabilize. Then now the league, then we picked. And we said, okay, we have picked. And you know what comes with election.
Yes.
It's supposed to be done, yes. But it has some kind of repercussions. And I think we made it very clear, and even our members and fans understood that we will do it at the end of the season.
The repercussions, when you talk about repercussions, I want to believe that in a free election or a democratic process, there shouldn't be far-reaching repercussions that would damage a club. Are you saying that maybe you are not in a position to conduct a free and fair election?
I can't say so that we were not in a position to conduct. I'll give you the example of our neighbors. Some people call them noisy neighbors, but I won't say it so. I will tell you that.
Call them by the name. Who are
I will
these
tell
names?
you that we have our peers called FC Leopards. They have given themselves the 13th title, which I do not know where they took from. But let's give them that because they are worthy opponents. They had what would be called the best election of all times in Kenyan football. But, you know, at one point, FC was supposed to be even title favorites.
Yes.
Now, despite the fact that they had the best conducted election, what is happening at FC? So those are the things which we are saying that may arise in this world of football. So we were just cautious that let's clear with the season. We have taken 3 titles in a row.
Yeah.
And the best was last year when we clinched it and beaten.
Yes.
That's a record which is very rare in the world. Very rare.
That's true.
So a title would not be so much what we want to do.
Yes.
But we want to break a record. Because taking 3 times, we are taking it. So we want to go to the 4th one.
What I'm gathering from Ngala is that, is it that they want to use all this success to entrench themselves in power, to remain in power, to the detriment of maybe the clamor for change? Is it so?
That's a point, might be a valid point. But then you can also look in the sense that because on Saturday when we were hosting a show, on a radio show in Mukangai, a lot of fans were saying, when the club was successful, no one asked for elections, you know, and there's another point of it. You know, maybe people were faced by the ideas of winning 3 titles in a row. And then you have to look on the other issue, Ngala. Are you guys really following your constitution? What does your constitution say about the annual general meetings, about the elections? Are you guys really up to date with your constitution?
We'll get that from him. We'll want to know if they are following the constitution. But I'm told there's one former player of Gor Mahia, I think Alan Figo is on the line.
Ogango.
He would like to maybe share with us what he thinks about what is happening at Gor Mahia. Alan Figo, Ogango, are you with us? Karibu sana. Share with us, Alan, the legend mwenyewe.
Yeah. Hello?
Hello, Alan, we're getting you loud and clear.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Talk to us.
What I'm trying to say
Yes.
is this that Gor Mahia. Hello?
Yes, yes.
Gor Mahia is a big club. Huh?
Big club.
It's a big club and it's got honors that a club needs to be having. And it is good for the officials who are there now. That for the betterment of the club, we agree they've done a good job, very, very good job, and
Yes.
exceptional job. The club has gone to the greatest height. They have won the league several times, though the club had won leagues even before and beaten even before. But surely, elections, if it is due, hello?
Yes, yes.
When
Go
elections
on.
are due, surely they should be held.
Yes.
And if you are good, you've done a good job, you should be returned by the people who elected you into the office. The question of hanging to power should never happen. That is my take, and that's what should be happening.
What could be the reason that they want maybe to hang on to that leadership?
Surely, why should you hang on to leadership? Why should you hang on to those things? Why should one need to hang on to leadership? Like now, Gor Mahia. I know Gor Mahia has come from a difficult time.
Yes.
There were times whereby I could say somebody could hang on to leadership because people used to depend on their pocket.
Yes.
Whereby people could go to well-wishers, give us this, give us this, give us this. And that one, if you go into details again, that has enriched some other people.
Sure.
Because they go collect money from other people, they don't pump it back to the club. But for now, Gor Mahia has got a sponsor. A sponsor whereby you account for everything. So why should somebody now want to cling onto power? So when it comes to election, people should go back to the electorate and get elected and let the club move.
But then, Figo, someone would ask, these guys have been in office, they have won the league 3 times in a row. They're actually also in contention for a 4th title. And why would people really clamor for change when everything seems to be working?
Surely, it is good. That's good. To win the league is normal, or to lose the league is normal. But when time for elections comes, Tostin, it should be done. The constitution should be followed to the latter. That's the whole thing. The constitution should be followed. And if you are good, there are even some governments whereby there are even some elections where people have called for snap elections. Snap election. When you are good, Tostin, you will be returned. When you are good, you will go back to the office. Because the question of some people hanging into power should never arise at all. Gor Mahia has come to a place, to a situation whereby people don't depend on their pockets anymore. There's a big sponsor in the sports sector. And that one cannot interrupt with any program of the club at all.
Maybe another question.
The chairman said that they are putting things into place. Let them, the things you put into place, whereby we have a CEO, we have everything else, so that the thing is run professionally. That's the only good thing. This clinging to power, that's the right.
But the chairman, Ambrose Racher, has said the elections will be in December. But there seem to be a lot of noise emanating from the discussion on the constitution, on its provisions and all that. What do you think would be the overall net effect on Gor Mahia?
To me, December is not far. If it is December, after the league is having four matches, about 3 matches to go. Four. It's about 4 matches to go. December is not far. If those things can be put in structure and the election is called in December, that would be far much better for me. But clinging to power should never arise. But if it is December is only 2 months away. It's only 3 months away. Why could those people also who want the league, who wants to be elected in the office, keep their hold their houses to wait for that time to come? If that time elapses, then should now make noise because it is just a matter of 2 months to go. If they are waited all this time, why can't they wait for these 2 months? But the constitution should be followed to the latter. This is my main bone of contention.
Thank you very much, Alan Figo. Alan Figo there sharing with us his views. He was a loyal servant of Gor Mahia. He won the league title with Gor Mahia. He also led Gor Mahia to the finals of the Africa Cup Winners' Cup, 1979. He was really big player for Gor Mahia and also for the national team, Harambee Stars, in the 70s. Guys, he's saying that when time comes for elections, you have to go to elections. That you shouldn't, kuleta vijisababu hapa na pale to make sure that you continue clinging on to power.
Alan is very right. A constitution is supposed to be followed.
Yes.
It's supposed to be followed properly. And I'd explained earlier when it was due. It was due in January this year. And we explained why it did not take place. And we have...
Just to clarify, is there a specific date in your constitution that says that the elections must be held or should be held on this particular date?
It talks about December.
That should be Article 8A.
Yes, it talks about December.
It talks about December.
It talks about December.
After every 2 years.
And you can remember that it came to January in 2014 because the one in December aborted. On December 2013 aborted. So we had, and those are the new changes we have brought in the new constitution. Yeah, because when you say that you're supposed to do your AGM in December, so it means that if it aborts in December, then you must wait for another December. So those are some of the changes we have brought in the new constitution. That we have put it that thereafter when it's convenient. So we can convene it.
So that you don't have to wait for...
We don't have to wait another December. Because if you were to follow the constitution, if it aborts, then you cannot put it anywhere else. We'll have to either do it in that same December. If not possible, then we'll wait for another December.
You are reading of the Gor Mahia constitution. Have they flouted their own constitution?
A lot. A lot, because Article 8A talks about the annual general meeting shall be held by the governing authority of the club in every year in the month of December. And after every 2 years, there shall be an election. And then we are hearing about these elections being aborted. Yesterday, there was supposed to be like an SGM, it aborted. So my question to Mr. Ngala is, what really is happening in your house? All these meetings are being aborted.
Is it supposed to be an SGM? Or
no. I say
the Daily is reported as an SGM.
It could be reporting, but reporting wrongly. What I'm saying here, and I said it earlier, is that people are pregnant with election. So anything you do, even if you go for a football match, somebody will not even know the result.
But can you guys give them?
Will ask you about the election.
But can you guys give them elections?
Yeah, no
because
problem.
according to the constitution, it says in December you guys are supposed to go for elections.
Yeah, you're very right. And this is what we are saying here, that we are going to do the election in December. And it is something which my chairman, the executive committee, have been on the public domain confirming that we are going to do the election in December. What we wanted to do is to do some kind of review of the Constitution. And now some people are bringing a lot of misunderstanding on this, that if the new Constitution is passed, then the new Office will remain in power for another 4 years.
Yeah, because the bone of contention in yesterday's meeting was that the Constitution was not given to members in good time so that they could read, understand, and then when they come to that brainstorming meeting, they could be coming from a position of information.
Yeah, but you know, someone can decide not to look at a document, even if it's on the table, depending on what you want. So if your mind is set on election, even if I give you a good document there, you will not look at it.
But do you think you guys, as leaders, do you have a responsibility to educate these people who are the members of Gor Mahia Football Club?
We have done that. We have done that very well. Let me talk about yesterday.
Yes.
We had set a date for SGM on 2nd of October.
Yes.
That we wanted to talk about one agenda, the Constitution, the new Constitution.
Sure.
And if members could pass it, then we were planning even to set a date for election then, a definite date. Because now we are talking about December.
Yes.
But we are talking about a definite date. Then members said that give us enough time to look at this document. So we said, okay, then it's okay. You look at it, look at the document, then you people will meet on 9 as officials of branches, and now share your thoughts on the document. Several of them, we are not living in the universe. Some of them were calling us that we have looked at this document. It is very fair. Then we say, if it is fair, the new people now on 9 converge together. Then we are bringing in a legal expert who will now take you through on areas which you feel
that did not happen. Because in the end, it turned chaotic.
Just a minute. Now, that was the arrangement, that we are bringing a legal expert who will take you through on the old document.
Yes.
When the day came, people are asking for the chairman. Why do you need the chairman on this?
He's a leader. He's a leader. Maybe he needed to be there.
Yeah, you don't need chairman. You don't need chairman so much in this, because one, you are saying that the constitution could have been done to favor him. So he gave you a chance that, okay, discuss the document amongst yourself with a legal expert and make the amendments you can make. Then let the document be brought back to us. Then we call SGM.
That was fair enough.
Yeah, we call SGM. Then we ratify it. So when you go asking for the chairman, asking for so and so is supposed to be here, then they missed the point. So that's what went wrong yesterday. It was supposed to be a consultative meeting just to look at the document.
Gor Mahia are gearing up for elections, and the chairman, Ambrose Rachera, has said that the elections will take place in December. But then there's a lot of heat that has been generated within the Kogalo House regarding those elections. And I don't know, from, again, you are reading, are those fears unfounded that maybe the current office is up to something mischievous?
in as much as the current office might be up to something mischievous, of course they cannot really put out their dirty linen in public. But I also feel that there's an issue here that maybe has not been addressed clearly by the current office, and that is just to try and educate a lot of your fans or who are your members through the branches, because I'm made to understand that Gor Mahia has branches all over the country. I mean...
By the way, how many branches do you have at Gor Mahia now?
The branches are so many. They are over 100. There
I
are
mean,
a lot
are
of
they properly registered?
100
And do you have properly registered
there are over 100
voters?
branches.
Yeah.
But you know, you have to affiliate yearly. So of all the 100 branches, those who are clean in our records, as at now, are 11.
11 branches.
11 branches. Those are now those who are clean, at the moment. So, you know, it brings you back to this management issue that you talk so much about the executive not doing this, executive not doing this.
Yes.
You yourself,
You don't do anything.
you don't do anything.
Sure.
Even affiliation, you don't do it. Give us an update on your members. You don't do it. So
Yeah,
whereas you could see that the executive is not doing what you're supposed to do, you could even be in the forefront to show even that executive that look at us, branches, what we are doing. We are very organized, stuff like that. So those are the areas.
But elections, Ngala, you'll agree with me, is just a very small bit of the whole structure of a club.
Yes.
And a club of Gor Mahia stature. But then 1968 up to today, when I look at your constitution here, it says that the headquarters of the club shall be in Nairobi.
In Nairobi.
Where in Nairobi? Where can I get Gor Mahia?
Where's your office?
Now, where is your... Maybe you have the office at Nyayo Stadium, but the home of Gor Mahia.
The club's office.
Yeah, for goodness sake.
I think
we would like to pay Rachel.
I think you will agree.
Yes, because that will become a very serious point when you go out there campaigning. You've been at Gor Mahia for close to how many years now? I think 2008. You've been an official since
I
then?
was there from 2005.
2005.
Getting to about
What
11 years.
have you guys done to ensure that at least these are headquarters for Gor Mahia? Surely it cannot just be Nairobi.
Gor Mahia is a big club, and I can confirm that.
Yes.
But look at Kenya. Kenya itself.
Yeah.
Kenya itself. If you look at even the Harambee Stars, until FIFA came in, is where Kenya, you could say the offices at Kasarani. Where are the offices?
But then this is Gor Mahia. It's a big
now-
club, like you say.
So now
Alan
what-
Figo
what-
says it's a big club. But how can we measure this bigness of Gor Mahia?
What we are saying, like all these things, if you ask me, could have been done in 1987 when Gor Mahia was
At the top.
At the top.
Yes.
Because one, in football, what comes first is performance in the pitch, the titles, the trophies in the cabinet. That's the first priority. Then now you go to other things. You will agree with me that Gor reached the peak, and it took a very deep downturn. So picking Gor Mahia from there has been hell, and that's what we have done up to now that we are
At
talking.
least you are winning trophies.
Yeah, because even during that time, God did not even have anywhere you could call office. Until now, you can go to Nyayo and you say that, even if it could not be the best, but you can say that this is Gor Mahia offices. I'm going to Nyayo Block A, there is Gor Mahia offices. So that's how people start. Then now we build from there.
But really, it has taken years. The Gor Mahia's peers, Asante Kotokos of this world, Zamalek, talk about Pirates. You know, you can go to Ghana or South Africa.
Even
and then-
Tanzania here,
Even
Simba.
Tanzania, Yanga
If you
and
go
Simba.
to Dar es Salaam, Simbuzi. Even Tanzania here. Even I'll give you an example of my local club. I come from Nairobi's Eastlands, an estate known as Maringo. My local club, Young Rovers, we have a small kiosk there, which you pay 300 per month. That is
Gor
our
Mahia
office.
should have their kiosk.
Exactly. You guys should have even a kiosk where you can go get in. You're giving us very bad examples of Football Federation Kenya. These are just, you guys should be the leaders. Let others follow.
Actually, because
Should be the leader.
We would like to wind up because we don't have much time. I don't know, Ronald, what's the future like for Gor Mahia?
Yeah, the future is bright. Tosky, the future is bright. I cannot say that because of this election thing you could say that Gor Mahia is going to the drains. No, I cannot confirm that. The election will be done in December. And whoever will win will take it to another level. Or the current office has done what I could say is commendable. Then the new mandate which will be given to the person who will win will also take it to another level.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
We've been talking to Ronald Ngala, the Deputy Secretary General of Gor Mahia. Gor Mahia is gearing up for elections come December, and we've also been talking with Shadrach Odinga Ndenga to enlighten us on what is happening at Gor Mahia. And until next week, when we'll have another chance to discuss matters, football and also sports, we'll say that we always want to keep your company because you make us who we are. Mike,
Yes,
I'm sure you've been following the conversation.
Yes, absolutely. And thank you for filling us in on what's happening in Gor Mahia and AFC Leopards. And they seem to have been rivals for a long time, and that's not about to end.
They've been rivals. But
Ever since.
The biggest thing is that we don't seem to find a home for these two big clubs. They just exist somewhere in
Well,
Nairobi.
we know they have a huge fan base. The only thing is now where they operate from remains a mystery.
Yeah.
I don't know whether that's intentional, but you know the leopard is also said to be a very mysterious animal. So maybe that's part of the legend of AFC Leopards. Maybe that's why they did. But why are they called leopards? Where did they get the name from? I'd have expected AFC, especially being from that area, maybe then it would have been a chicken.
No, the leopard is a fearsome animal, and you can understand. And they were really that good, especially in the 70s through to the 80s. But then they have also fallen on the hard times. But we hope they will pick up from where they are now.
All right. Well, because of time, we'll have to wind it up right there. But thank you, gentlemen, for filling us in on what's been happening in the sports world. And from us here on Morning Express, would like to wish you all a fantastic and a wonderful day. But do stay with us right here. Coming up next is World View. Have yourselves a wonderful, a great, and a productive day.